I'm using Word 2016 River City Media. The newer versions have some upgraded features with the proofing and other things here. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to talk about proofreading a document. So we go into review, spelling and grammar, and it's going to choose words here, spelling here, communications. I click on that. What it's saying here, we want to simplify. Just say often the website. And it goes into a lot of things here. It's a source of marketing. And definitely already what they want to do here, I did that again. It shows there where they had things incorrect. And I saw something that did not actually show up where it said can. If I'm trying to find a specific word, Control F to find. It thinks it's a word for some reason. So you've got to proofread. And overall, it looks pretty good. You can do a lot of things in here where you can have words stay with each other. For example, if we go in and change something, we could have a required space here. Well, it's like a first and a last name, like National Geographic here. This is within the line here. I'm going to talk about margins next. I click out on the Layout tab. Margins. I go to the very bottom, Custom Margins, and I want to make it 1.5, 1.5. I'm just typing it in. I press the Enter key. So we have that in there. And I'll talk about spiffing this up a little bit. Page numbers, styles, themes. I've got this document here. If I'm going to click on the Design tab, you've got themes. I hover the mouse. Sometimes you see a change here. Sometimes you don't. Depends on what it is. Yeah, you're seeing it a couple of these here, okay? But it goes throughout in different ways here. I'm on the Home tab again. So we have this here. What I want to do here, I want to talk about formatting and styles. Great, powerful feature. I'm going to say bold, underline. I'm going to make this like 16 point. I want another font style here. Let's just say I'm going to use Arial here. I want to make it a color. I tend to work with black and white, but let's say I got this nice orange here. We could change it later on if we don't like it. So we've done a great job there, okay? And we want to use this thing here. Rather than going through all that formatting again, we could create a style in here. So what it is, I'm in here. I click inside this drop down arrow here. I say create a style. I'm in where it is here. So I'm going to call it River City. I say okay. I go into here, click on River City. Ta-da. River City, River City, River City. Now, wait a minute. The boss said it looks a little too orangey. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to change this. It doesn't even matter where I am. I just right click inside here, this style. I say modify. And they want to make it like a dark blue. Click over here. Find a nice pretty dark blue here. And because I'm in that one paragraph there, we might have a problem. I say, okay, I don't. It would be if I applied it here, but if I accidentally did this, I don't like that. Click on normal. And this was the normal font here. This changed things here, so I'm just going to do an undo a couple of times. Sometimes things will look like a ransom note. I know the blue is a little bit too bright. Next thing I want to talk about are footers. And a little bit about vertical spacing, okay? Let's say you're going to be page numbering this thing here. And let's just say I'm going to type in introduction. And I'm going to be talking about footers. And what it is, if I go and put this is a cover page. Cover pages usually don't have a footer. I'm going to end up with 3 sheets of paper. And I want the page number to be page 1 on sheet number 2. So to do this, pretty simple. You have to think this out logically. We click on the Layout tab, and then I'm going to click on Breaks. I clicked right before this paragraph here. See that? Layout Breaks. Next page, continuous break. I have this showing up in the bottom here. It says I'm on section 2, page 2 or 3. If it's not showing up, right click. It's got section. Click inside the sheet. So we've got that. It's going to be on 3 sheets. And what we're going to do here, we want to do a footer. I'm going to show you the simple way. You click on Insert, Footer. I'm going to say Edit Footer. I usually work with the blank one here. And what I could do is type in, let's say I'm the author's name. I hit the tab key. I want to put the page number here. Page. Hit the space bar once. Now I click inside footer here. And what it is here, I want to put the page number. I don't want that. I could change the style if I want. Page number. I'm say current position, page number 2. However, I want this to be page number 1. I click on the 2. It gets gray. A little tricky. Pretty easy though. And I want to format the number here. So you got to get in here again. And it's not doing it here. And I'm highlighting this. Right click in there. Format page numbers. I want it to be stay page number 1. Click in there. It is a 1. And then let's say I want to put in the file name, because I will have the printout here. We're going to have a problem. I'm doing this intentionally, so don't freak out, okay? I'm going to go into here. I click on Document Info, File Name, River City DocX. Other thing too, when we're doing this, see how it says same as previous? If I scroll up here, it's showing on the cover page. Ooh, not good. So try to remember to do this in the beginning. I click on Link to Previous. That's good. It's still here. Highlight the text. Delete it. It's gone. And then I'm going to close out the header view. And then I'm going to do a Control P to do a print preview. I can shrink this down a little bit with the minus here. You're seeing headers and footers, or footers I should say, just on this page. Other thing too, you could change vertical spacing here. What we have here is, see how we have all this space between the paragraphs with one enter? I have the paragraph markers on. So what we're going to do, we want to get more or less vertical spacing, because you can see how this is going off to the next page here. Let's say we want to get this lifted up, okay? What you could do, I click inside here, and then what I'm going to do, you click inside, I'm on the Home tab, line and paragraph spacing here. It doesn't do a lot here, but you can see how it's doing it here based on the Enter key. Remove space after paragraph. However, what it is, it didn't do it on the other paragraphs, okay? So what I need to do is to adjust the style. Again, I right click inside here. I'm going to say modify, and then this will probably work because I changed it here. Now let's click inside here. It did not do it. Sometimes it works. Modify. I'm going to say update River City to match selection. Now look at this. It's all going beautifully. Last thing here, you can center just that one page vertically. You can hit the Enter key a few times. Many of us do that. What I'm going to do, I go into Layout, Page Setup, and do you see the Layout tab here? It says Vertical Alignment Center. And what it is saying in here, this section, not the entire document or this point forward. Say OK. We do another print preview. We now have our exciting, beautiful brochure created.